This bulletin is brought to you by Good Morning Vihalia. Enjoy the warmth and indulge in the deliciousness.
Good morning, good morning.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and Salam Satu Malaysia no more. According to a leaked document cited by Malaysia Kini yesterday, Prime Minister Dr. Mahathir Mohamad has instructed all ministries to cease using the Salam Satu Malaysia slogan and greeting. That's right, it's back to the old script. Now, have you ever searched your entire house for something and spent hours digging up every room in the property? Yeah, that's what the police were up to in the wee hours of this morning, conducting a search that lasted a whopping 18 hours at the private residence of former Prime Minister Najib Razak. Police vehicles, including a black Maria truck, were stationed in front of the house. By the way, a black Maria is a police vehicle normally used to transport detainees. It has nothing to do with Maria Chin Abdullah. So for those of you who asked in the live stream last night, please stop asking us where Maria is. We don't know. Now, according to one of Najib's lawyers, Harpal Singh Grewal, 3 to 4 boxes of handbags were seized along with some other personal belongings. It is not clear what sparked this operation, nor is the exact reason of it made clear. While we didn't manage to get anyone inside of the building since the police cordoned off the road in front of his house, a source close to Najib sent us this photograph showing the former premier asleep on his couch. Attached with it was a note that said the search was uncalled for, especially at this time of the night on the eve of the start of the fasting month. The photo also got the attention of PKR Vice President Nurul Izzah Anwar, whom, recalling a similar experience, condemned the midnight raid while calling for a prudent investigation. During the raid, journalists who gathered at the property on Jalan Langgak Duta drew attention to the scene. By about 1 in the morning, members of the public also began gathering at the police line. Maybe the Prime Minister can tell us why the search took place at such a time,
Yeah, the police have got their SOP. I didn't know that they should raid at night, but my instruction is very clear. I'm not going to torture people and things like that.
So the lockdown was pretty tight and the police maintained a strict perimeter, controlling who entered or left the building and its vicinity. Along comes someone who identifies himself as an UMNO Port Dickson member and also a long-time friend of Najib, who got pretty irked that he too was turned down at the police line.
Of course, I cannot agree with any of this action. This is like a communist country last time, you know. This is a democratic country. Nobody can stop anybody, right?
So you don't agree with them questioning IDP?
Who can agree? You can agree? No, I ask you again. Do you agree? You cannot see the man? Is he under house arrest or what? Or has he been charged? Criminal charge or what?
For a while now, Parti Pribumi Bersatu Malaysia was a taboo term. You couldn't talk about it, you couldn't say it, but now that's all over because the Registrar of Societies has granted PPBM their registration. As of today, they're officially a political party. And to drive the point home, the certificate of registration was hand-delivered to them. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to the post office in Amcorp Mall, you might as well go to their headquarters right next door and hand it to them. It'll save you 5 ringgit on the registered mail and you don't need to take a number. Man, I feel a reform agenda already.
Signature oleh Suryati binti Ibrahim.
Wait, that name sounds familiar. Have I seen her before?
Perintah tersebut adalah suatu perintah pembubaran sementara ke atas PPBM yang dikeluarkan menurut Seksyen 14 dalam Kurungan 5 Akta Pertubuhan 1966.
And there's the U-turn! Moving on, now that the de facto PKR leader Anwar Ibrahim is out of jail, we spoke to him last night in an exclusive interview before his first public address and decided to poke him a little about the topic of former Finance Minister Daim Zainuddin. Now, a little backstory here. Daim was recently named by Prime Minister Mahathir as one of the members of the Council of Elders. But before that, Anwar had singled Daim out as an individual whom he considered to be corrupt. So, now what?
Well, Daim can contribute, but he must also be aware. People appreciate the fact that he's coming. Maybe he should be aware that people are also expressing deep consternation at the fact that he has not been able to explain some of the major excesses of the past. Although some people say, well, don't need to bring the old baggage, etc. It's partly true, but then if you ask for a lot of commissions. I mean, to me, if you want to talk about democratic accountability, it must not stop at Najib. Although I don't think to the extreme it goes for vendetta, it's endless witch hunt. But at least the major issues must be there. So he must be made to be aware, because a lot of people, that's why they started having this UMNO 2.0, etc. You know, and you can see some of these comments trying to sow the seed of dissension, etc. I discussed it with Guan Eng also just now to say, okay, you can hear good advice. He has been able to assist in managing the economy, but there are major issues that we have to address.
In accordance with their manifesto, the Pakatan Harapan government has initiated their course of action to eradicate the Goods and Services Tax or GST and have it replaced with the Sales and Services Tax or SST that came before it. The plan kicked off yesterday when the Finance Ministry announced that the GST rate will be reduced from 6% to 0% effective on the 1st of June. Now, what does Bank Negara have to say about this?
Right, our expectation is that those goods and services where GST are imposed, it should decline. So it's very important that businesses pass this benefit to consumers at large. And on top of that, the relevant authorities should ensure that enforcement are being done to make sure that consumers benefit from the reduction of GST from 6 to 0%. Most likely than not, the impact, it will have impact on inflation. So, but it's too early for us to calculate right now. But the numbers that we got for the first quarter, as you can see, is up a bit outside our range of 2 to 3%. But with new information coming in, we will look at it again. And if the need be, we will revise the inflation rate between 2 to 3%.
You know what else Bank Negara will look at? We asked them about 1MDB and whether they will crack that cold one open again as well.
We have actually exhausted all investigation on this particular entity. In fact, some of the action that we can take under our law, we have taken them. Those breaches that is not under our law, we have given all the information and data to the relevant government agencies. So it's for them to take, because we don't have jurisdiction over it. But as far as we are concerned, we have taken those action that need to be taken. And whether we will reopen the case, if there's any new information, new data that we do not know of before, we will certainly look at it again. As we get more data from and more cooperation and data from the relevant entities.
Malaysia's first multi-grains brand. The champion is Good Morning. And that is all from me today, ladies and gentlemen. We just got word a short while ago that the Black Maria that was in front of former PM Najib's house has pulled away. Here you can see footage recorded by our journalist on the ground, Annabelle Lee, as she chases after the truck. Hey, it's not every day you see journalists chasing the police, okay? As for what's inside of that truck, that's still a mystery in itself, but from what we gather, there were no arrests made at the time of recording. As promised, I have indeed shaved my head. For those of you asking why the new look, it's a promise I made that if Harapan wins, I would shave my head, and I gladly did it. Hashtag Janji Ditepati. Do subscribe to KiniTV on YouTube and Facebook. Remember that all of our videos are free to watch. I'm Daniel Anthony. Thank you for watching. By the way, we won't have an episode of KiniFlash tomorrow. We'll be taking a break. To all our viewers, Selamat Berpuasa.